Howdy folks, welcome to episode 35 and a half. We're going to do a bonus episode here. This is where we left off. We were over at the box cars, and so I added this train back in, and we're going to take it down to here. We're going to take it down to the here. We'll open the controls too if we can. Is it going to let me? There we go. Open controls. All right. And yeah, we'll take this down to the whatchamacallit, how much fuel. Yeah, we're good on fuel and all that stuff. Okay, cool. So we do have our F1 screen this time, fortunately. So we can do this, and we can hide this up in the corner. Let's see, we'll go back here, and then we can put this back here, and we're gonna go reverse. Is that? Oh, I'm going in forward. Sorry. All right. See, I'm already screwing it up. There we go. All right, and we can go reverse. There we are. Let everything settle and stuff like that. All right, and then we're gonna smush this down so that we have room. All right, and then we should be able to. That was interesting. What is that? It's the brake handle. Something like that. It's like, oh, we gotta go take a. Whoa, where'd it go? It's right there. Can I touch it? I can't grab it. Okay, it's just the mesh for it, or what? The rendering mesh, not the collision box. Okay, that's hilarious. All right, so what we also need to do is we need to go down here and make sure our switches are all set in the right positions, so that we can go to the back down to the smelter. We're gonna go to the smelter. We're gonna grab more iron. So this and this. All right, those are good. And I think we'll go down to the other. Let's go down to the other one and make sure, because this train can do its thing. It's got a long way here. It's got a long way before it gets anywhere. So we're gonna come up here, and everything needs to be to the right. So this is gonna go. We're gonna come in there. I'm looking at this right here, the piece that slides back and forth. I'm sure there's a name for it, the points. But yeah, so then we're gonna go this way. Okay. All right, and everything else should be in place because we came down from here. Let's go like this. And this one is, yeah, over to our side, and that one's over to that side. Okay, so yeah, everything else is in place. We should be good to go. So let's go back to our train. Teleport here. There we go. All right, cool. And so we should be able to bring this down the hill. I think we'll just leave it backwards. It's empty. Probably doesn't matter so much that it's backwards or forwards, that kind of thing, right? So, and what's our speed here? Current speed is 11. Okay, we can give it a little bit more. See if that'll get us going. We're still staying at 11. Yeah, not sure why it's not speeding up. Why isn't it speeding up? There. That gave it a little bit more juice. See if that'll go. 11.8, 11.9 here. All right, so we're gonna go down this way, and we're gonna put some fuel in here. I need to check the. I think I filled all the waters on all these. Yeah, this still has water in it. Okay. All right, because the boiler on this won't go empty until that one's empty, so. I wouldn't mind stopping and adding water as part of the gameplay if they didn't make it so painful to do so. You know? Yeah. Here, let's go like this. See if we can we jump across it? Oh wow, we jump at ridiculous speed. Huh, okay. Dun 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 dun. Anyway, I'm actually going to turn this off so I can turn my lights off. So, there we go. So I can relax a little. This is a bonus episode, so I may have some quiet times here too. That's typical for bonus episodes. But yeah, we're just going to ride this down the hill. And then we'll load it up and bring it back up. I just wanted to fill up the iron. And we do have a couple more things of lumber to fill in. But I don't think those cars are available, so I'm probably just going to change the numbers. Because we put those cars off to the side and then moved them halfway across the map and all over the place, and it would take me forever to find them on the whatchamacallit. Yeah, see, we're doing great here. We're going a nice even speed. There we go. We can put this over here. How's that? So we're gonna go down here. I think, yeah, we have tons of, let me see, it should show us info. We have 56, yeah, so we've got plenty. Okay. We do need to bring more cordwood in order to make more raw iron, but I don't think we need that. I just wanted to do this so that we can get our, I want to do this so I could get our, whatchamacallit, our tools and everything. So once we have the tools, we can make a lot more money, and then we can deal with other stuff. And hopefully by the time we get to that, it's been kind of quiet on the developer's end. So it's been like, I think 2 weeks now since they said anything. And so hopefully that means that they're working on the next, they're trying to optimize. Hopefully the next thing will be optimizing this. But we'll see. I'm hoping that they'll get some better physics here before I get too much further into this, and then we can, because the nice thing with that is then we could here, let's keep an eye on our speed, because then, yeah, once they do that, then we can make bigger trains, and we should have our tracks more well established and everything to know where we're going and all that stuff. This is a lot of intersections here, isn't it? I mean, we could turn around here, right? If we went straight here, we could turn around and go head first down. Then we turn around down there in order to come back up, but it's not a big deal right now. I think what we need to do is down there we need to make a big teardrop thing. And that's perfect. I didn't notice that before, but that's perfect that we've got these, just a couple trees. It doesn't block anything that we really need to see. And it makes it look not quite so barren. It would almost be nice to have 1 or 2 trees in that little segment right there. Might add a couple in. You know, in each of these segments have a little groves of trees, right? If that's what a grove is. I think that's what a grove is. It's a group of trees, isn't it? Let's see. Are we slowing down? No, we are not. Okay. Cool. Cool. So, yeah, that's the plan. See if we can get down here. Maybe we'll do some quiet time. Okay, we have not gained or lost any speed, but I think right over here somewhere we're going to actually start picking up some speed. So what I'm going to do is we're going to stop the train here at the top of the hill. And I'm going to save. For obvious reasons. We're going to coast down. We're just going to coast down. I'm going to use no brakes and just let it coast and see what happens. Now's the time to experiment, right? Yeah, see, we're coasting down to nothing anyway. Let's see what it does. I mean, we could just go down that one too. We have the class 70. We could have gone down that one. But I kind of want to let this just coast down this and see what happens. But we'll get up to this switch first. If we can. But yeah, if it does go off the tracks, I'm gonna reload. We're gonna make a save. We're gonna let it. We should be able to coast at 3. I don't know. We'll see. And we're up to the switch here. There we go. Come on, you can do it. There we go. It just lets go of the controls sometimes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to save game slot 6. All right, let's do this. So we're going to let off the brakes. Is it going to move? We'll give it a little boost here. See what it does. I think I should be able to use. I'm sure I could do it by hand. The hex editor. I'm sure I could use the hex editor and by hand actually make that switch down there into a just straight piece of track with no whatchamacallit on it underneath it, with no groundworks. I forget what they call it. They call it something else in the thing. We're losing speed. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Where's the engine? The engine's almost over the thing. Okay, so we're just going to watch the speed here and see what happens. 7.8, 7.9. Come down this way as far as we can. Go. Almost want to idiot approaching. I almost want to go back into flying mode and watch it from up above, but let's just watch our speed and we'll see what happens. And maybe we can do that. Here, we'll go like this. Bring this down here. Huh, that's interesting. I can't scroll farther. There. Let's see what that does. $17. Let's see what happens. 19. Because we did that from the coal mine. I mean, we started out with like a 4% grade. And 4.5%, maybe 5%. And then there was that one section of 4%. And I let those things go down. I let those things coast from there. And it never had any problems. But it's maybe, yeah, see, they look like they're gonna, yep, there they go. They're popping off. Okay. Well, that answers that question. All right. We're gonna load the save, and I'll be right back. Let's see what it does first. I'm not gonna load it yet. Let's see what we can. I want to see the disaster here. It's like a train wreck. You can't stop watching, right? Oh, they're going all. They're going all over the place. Nice. It's like it's just leaves falling off a tree, right? Okay. Now see, those will be able to keep going. I bet dollars to donuts, those will just go down the thing and not stop. Okay. All right. Anyway, yeah, I'll be right back. All right, we're back, and yeah, let's do this the slow way, I guess. So we'll get this back up to here. Huh, interesting. All right, break 0. Did we not? Huh, okay. I think we need to reload that. So let's go back up. Oh, you know what I need to do too is I need to change my player. Huh. Why is it showing these all over here? I didn't save it there, did I? Oh, this is okay. It needs to. I need to detach and reattach. Let's see if this will do it. There we go. Cool. Okay. Cheats. Enable running. Open controls. All right. There we go. Now our engine's at the other end. Interesting. Okay, so let off the brakes. Huh, interesting. It actually wants to go the other way. I mean, we could go down the other way, right? we could do that. Let's do that. I'm feeling lazy today. It's not too much faster anyway, is it? Let's see if we can do this. Go like this. And that should get us up to here. All right. Oh, we've got one more car, don't we? Let's take out the brakes. Let that car get past there. There we go. Okay. Now we can do that. We need to check the other part too. Let's go down here, check where we're going to go in, and make sure that we're going to do it right. Okay, so we want to back into this way, because that way we're headed, yeah. Because our tail's going to go, yeah, our tail's going to go first. So we're going to go this way. And then this should just force everything. Yep. Okay, so that's going to be like that. Is that right? Yep, we got that. And then this. And then we're going to have to come past this. So which way do we want to go? We want to go left. Okay. All right, cool. Let's just teleport back up there so we can go. Where is it? It's in the valley. All right. There we go. Okay, so we're going to stand on this end, and then we'll see what we can do here. So we'll go like this. Get some backwards going. Whoops. Play some Crack the Whip. It's a little bit of a hill right there, if you recall. So we'll get this moving. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this wider so that we can see all of the brakes on here. We need to be able to see all the brakes on there because that's going to be important. It's going to become important very soon, right? Okay, I almost want this to be backwards. I want that to be on the other end, but there's no way to flip that. All right, let's see what we do. I think we need to get the engine up to here before we even start worrying about putting on the brakes or anything like that. Because these will be hanging down the hill a little bit, but the engine is a lot heavier, I think. There we go. See what happens here. Yeah, see, we're losing speed still. Okay. 8.6, that's fine. 8.7. Now, do I want this to be in compression? I think I do, right? I think I want to start at the back end. At least the one car. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's go like this. And then we're going to start putting the brakes on as this gets over the hill. All right, let's see what we can do here. Okay, that's enough for right now. There we go. We found the even spot. 10 is a good speed. It leaves us some buffer. You don't want to go as fast as you possibly can get away with, because then when it starts running faster, you're done. All right. Starts running faster and you have nowhere to go. You got no time to make adjustments or anything before a disaster hits. 10.8. Okay, it's starting to get steeper. There we go. See what we get at 100% here. Okay. All right, so we're gonna start increasing the brakes on this one. Current speed 12. All right. Cranking up all the brakes. 12.8. That looks like we've hit our even spot. Okay. Yep. Is this one on? No, it's not. Okay. So that's our... Okay. This is our one that we can drop off to add speed if we need to. I think right over this shallowest spot is where our big hill hits. So we do need to stay a little mindful of that. 6. Okay. We'll let this up a little bit. There we go. This is where it's going to start. Oh, no, we are at the bottom, aren't we? Oh, cool. Okay. So let's take off this brake because we don't need that one. We're going to let that, yeah, do its thing. I don't want that to be trying to push at that stuff while it's going around corners and stuff like that. Okay. We can let off the brakes here. See what we got. 4. This should be good. Yeah, that one's pretty good for bringing down empties. I think that's a good way to bring down empties. Here, we'll turn this way so we can see better. 7.4. It's a good speed. I almost want to do to delete half the cars so that we can play at a higher frame rate, but then I'd have to make 2 of these trips. 6, 8. All right, and we should be close to where we can just let it coast. I don't want to get it pushing too hard though. I'd rather this be pulling a little bit against these, because now it's like the pulling is only happening here. These aren't pulling anymore. These are just coasting. I'd rather that than like this be pushing against these and shoving them around the corner. So but I think, yeah, I think by the time we get to the bottom of that hill these will be going anyway. Yep, just about. Okay. These are going around the corner, but they're not getting shoved too hard. So that's just about perfect. All right, now we're starting to lose speed, so we're going to let off the brakes and let this thing do its coast the rest of the way. Just a little bit of brakes. Because our engine's going to be on the straight. I think what we should do is we should pull all the way back. We should pull all the way around so that we're loading the front cars first, not the back cars. Because that way we don't have like a giant mass sitting around the corner, kind of, you know what I mean? Trying to push the heavy thing around the corner with the light cars is not a good plan. So we'll let this go all the way around till the engine is up here. So we're going to jump off here, and we need to do raw iron. There we go. We'll let this run. And the switch is going off to the left, yes. Okay. Because that's the other thing. I don't want to try to be pushing up that hill. I don't know. Honestly. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's push it up the hill. Because then we can just let off the brakes to move. We don't have to use the whatchamacallit. We're going to let it do that. So we're going to need to open this back up. Let's go like this. And we're going to watch these cars here. We're going to watch our speed. We need a reverser. Because this is where we're applying our energy. Instead of applying our energy each time we start back up, we're applying our energy now that's going to be stored on that hill until we come back up. So that works. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7. 8. 9. Okay. 10, 11, 12, something like that, right? You can see it on the map. There's 2 more. This is the last one. There we go. All right. All right, so we can come to a stop here. Let's make sure all of our brakes are off. Let's go like this. Yep, all of our brakes are off. You can see it there. Okay. So we're going to let brakes off here and let this move forward a little bit. Let me see. I need to get over here where I can see. And let's move this way, and we'll get our map out of the way too. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. All right. This thing has been really weird about how it does that. So there we go. But it looks like if I stop with the gap right at me, right where I'm standing, oh, I need one more car. Not we're not just going to move forward one car. I think it's because this is in the way. There. A little bit more. All right. There. Yeah, I think they're actually using physics for those cranes when they drop this stuff. They become like physics objects and try to collide with the, when they hit the bounding box of the, they hit the collision box or whatever of the thing. There's like a hitbox for it. And when they hit it, that's when it, here. That's when it attaches it and stops being a physics object. It spawns the thing on the car. Like that. See, it's suddenly when it hits the top of the bounding box, it drops. Okay. That's half of them, isn't it? I think that's 6 of them. Yeah, we're like halfway through. Okay. It's taking off slower and it's going to take more brakes. I need to check that switch too, so our front end doesn't go all the way past it. We don't have to back up, right? Let's go a little bit more. But yeah, we need to check the switches soon here too. Oh, you know what? Our front end isn't even around the beginning of the thing. I'm totally overestimating how long this train is. Yeah, we only need to go for like 4 car lengths, so. Here. If you look here, the switch is all the way over here. Yeah, we're fine. So let's go like this. We'll even give it a little bit of juice. There we go. See how the little, if you watch those, it pulled apart and then it's pushing again. But we get a little bit better frame rate if it's going really slow versus if it's going like top speed. Okay, almost. Wow, it really stopped there, didn't it? Try that again. It stopped suddenly. I didn't expect it to stop that fast. Okay, so go like this. Last one. Is it gonna go? See, I think the engine is pulling instead of this pushing now. I think the back end is on flat ground. See if we get a little separation there. Nope. Interesting. Yep, our last 2 cars. And then we can run, we need to run and flip that switch before we'll put fuel in the engine and everything too. So that we're all set to go. All right. Last one. All right, let's go fuel up the engine. There. All right, and let's check our switches here. We need to go left, and then left, and then left. Okay, they're all left. All right, so we should be good to go. Let's see how much we have left here. Just out of curiosity. We have 44 raw iron, and then we're going to take 24 more. So we're going to have 20 raw iron left at the end is. So yeah, I'm going to go load those up in the editor, and I'll be back in just a second. All right, we're back, and so we can do our thing, open controls here. All right, and let's get this moving. And we'll slowly apply power here so that we can get a little bit of a rolling start at the hill. There we go. Hopefully that'll not pull the thing off. Apparently it didn't apply until I let off the thing, didn't it? Okay. All right, the other thing I need to do is cheats, just in case I need to run here or whatever. change that. And we're gonna hit like 9. I think our speed was 9 up the hill last time, wasn't it? So we can do this. 14. I think we're gonna max out at 15 here. Yeah, because we're starting to hit the hill already. All right. 15, yep. So that's just about perfect. I figure if we hit disaster this early on, then I could just reload again. Huh, apparently I am already zoomed all the way out. Okay. Oh, it's because I'm standing back here. Okay. Go up here. It looks like we're coming down. I think we hit 9. I think that's what it was last time. Let's see. .4. There's some squeaky noises on there too. I think I heard the bell. Let's see. That is... Can I hit it from in here? I think we have to grab it in here. There. It's right there. There we go. Just for the fun of it, right? As if anybody's actually not going to hear this coming, right? Alright, we'll move this. Doesn't need to be there. We don't need to see that. Okay. There's our 9. So this thing is, I think, 5 kilometers side to side. If you include the very edge of the map where the extremes are, where you can't even go, because there's a bounding box inside that keeps you from going all the way to the very edge of the map. It's probably more like 4 kilometers. So 16 square kilometers. But yeah, it's like 4x4. So I'm just trying to think of how long this track is. I should add that into my... I should add that into the editor. Let me write that down. Distance calculation. Because the units in Unreal are centimeters. So if you know how many units it is from this point to that point, then you can, you know, divide by 100 and you get meters. So what you can do is you can, when you're drawing out the splines, because you're already calculating where the spline is, so you just calculate along the length of the spline. You know, you divide it into smaller parts and you calculate the straight line distance between 2 points. Like it's like this board, the length of this board. You calculate, you know, something like that, the length of each of these boards. That's where your little points are distant from each other, and then you add those all up and you get the length of one spline. And so you could do that where you could select, say, a bunch of splines and tell what the distance is. That'd be kind of cool, I think. But yeah, I want to make the map show the grades and all that, so that you can tell what kind of grade you're going up and all that stuff. Show the switch positions, allow you to flip the switches in the save. I mean, it's not that big of, you're not going to like exit the game and flip the switches in the save and then load the game back up. just for that. But if you're in there and you can see it, then you can, and you're setting up a route because you're adding like the trains back in, you know, you're adding cars back in or whatever, that kind of thing, then I figure it would be handy for that. Yeah, see, we're keeping 9. That's good. That's reasonable. And the other thing I'm thinking of doing is allowing you to just add in tracks from the overhead view, and it'll use the positions of the trees to guesstimate the elevation. So what you could do is you could lay out your track from an overhead, and it would try to keep the track on the ground. It would keep the track points on the ground, and then you can go into the game and inspect it, and if it doesn't look right, you know, then you can modify the positions. So you'll be able to modify the X, Y, and Z positions of all the points on the spline, so the end points and the whatchamacallit points. And you'll at least be able to see the the overhead view of how that's going to look. Let's go like this. But yeah, you'll be able to see the overhead view of how that's going to look, so that you can see if your track is too twisty and that kind of stuff. And then, like I said, between that and loading it up in the game, and I don't know if it's actually going to be more fun to do that, but not everybody wants to build so much. So maybe some people will enjoy the that aspect instead of having to build everything inside the game. Although I do find that pretty fun. I like building deciding where the course is going to go and that stuff. With these new splines especially, it's definitely more fun that way than it used to be. It used to be a lot more tedious just trying to get everything right, and it was too fiddly. It was more a matter of the effort was put into how to get it. You already knew what you wanted, but trying to get it to do that, it was kind of annoying. Okay. It's pretty cool that we're already going like full speed almost. It must be a pretty low grade. I mean, there's definitely some uphill here, but yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we're losing a little bit of it. Let's see. See how it does at the very end here. It's going to come down to 10 again, isn't it? Oh, that's right. We hit that. It's because we hit that little flat spot where the thingy is. It basically removed the weight of 1 or 2 cars, probably 2 cars, maybe 3. But yeah, it removed the weight of a couple cars being pulled uphill. They were just being pulled on flat ground instead. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Almost. See how this looks going across the switch. I need to do something with that switch. This is kind of ugly down there. There's not really any other way to do those right now, though. Okay, so coming up. Alright, this is a little bit of downhill here, so we're going to let it coast. There we go. I almost thought I saw out of the corner of my eye that moving, but I think it was just these moving past it, the stakes moving past it. There we go. Okay. Definitely need more. I swear this used to update when you were holding it down. It didn't like suddenly change when you let up on the mouse button, but it's doing it now, so I don't know why. So like if we do this and we turn it off, see it's still staying at 76 because I'm holding the mouse button down. It's a decent speed. Okay, we'll go a little bit faster here. We don't have any sharp corners or anything like that coming up, so we should be good to do this. And all of our switches should be in the position that we left them in, which should bring us back home. Shouldn't be a problem. There we go. I'm liking these controls here. I just like that we have the speedometer. If we had a speedometer, I'd just be in cab controls, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna watch these switches as we go across. Should be able to see the other one coming up soon. You want to be able to see the switch before in time enough to stop, right? I don't remember when our bell stopped. I didn't pay attention to when it stopped. But yeah, I always feel like this is like town. You need to put like all the buildings in here. The sander and the water tower and all that stuff in there so that it feels like you're going into town, right? Okay, that one's off to the right. I think that's what we need. This one's to the left. This one's to the left. That one's to the right. Yep, we're good. Okay. Yep. All right. Cool. And I've got to get moving in a little bit, so we're going to drive it up to the... We're going to get to the ironworks, but I'm not going to unload it here. In this episode, at least. I won't have time to do it, so I apologize for that. You can consider it a plot hole or continuity error, right? That I didn't unload. Things are there. Am I speeding up? No? Okay. It just feels like it, doesn't it? Because it's jerking. Okay. I swear, some places it feels like you're going faster and some places it doesn't. They need like the shepherd tone for the... for the speeding up, the chugging sound. They need to do like a shepherd tone chugging sound. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be so mean. Do a it makes me want to do it too. It just messes with your head. It makes it feel like it's speeding up all the time. You're just going faster and faster and faster. It feels like it already, so, but that would really add to it. If you don't know what a shepherd tone is, well, you might find out soon in a future episode. Assuming you don't, like, you know, have access to all of the knowledge of humankind, right? Because how would you find out what a shepherd tone is if I don't tell you? There's no other way to access knowledge or anything like that, you know? If only we had some way to, you know, search for information and definitions and stuff. Alright. And all the younger people are like, yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? The people who've never had to walk to a library to look something up. The reference section, what's that? What's a card catalog? Do we what? I don't know if we do. I don't know if we do decimals. What system are you talking about? Don't miss it though. Okay. I remember when our library went high-tech, and when I was in high school in the late 80s, and our local library went high-tech, and they had touch screen, green screen CRTs that were the card catalog. And they were every bit as awful as you'd expect out of a touchscreen CRT. It's like, no thanks, I'll just use the actual cards and look stuff up, because I want to get that done today, this week. I'd like to find what I'm looking for this week. Almost there. I think when this went past it, it looked like it was moving again too, and I think it was the shadow of the engine. The shadow of it went over the switch handle, whatever that's called. Is it a flag or what? But yeah, it went over the handle, the lever, depending on where you're from. But yeah, the thing went over it. The shadow went over it and made it look like it was, because as the shadow entered and left that area, it made it look like, you know what, we didn't turn the light off. So why is the light off? We didn't turn it off. When did it turn off? Because I know that's in the save. I thought it was anyway. Are we speeding up? No. I swear it feels like we're speeding up. There. I know we're going to speed up because there's a little bit of downhill at the end of this. So like this. It's a ways up here though. I think it's just about here maybe? It's a very subtle downhill if it is one at all. Because I remember we had to build non-flat track from there. Yeah, see, it's starting to speed up now. Okay. We're just going to let it coast then. We're going to brake a little bit here. Because I don't want to go flying over this little zigzaggy piece. Going too fast. There we go. Alright. Cool. And yeah, that's going to be it for our bonus episode. I believe this is 35.5. So I will see you in episode 36. Later.